They thought noise could erase endangered birds from my land. Federal law erased their HOA president instead. I'm Vincent Howard, 41-year-old, conservation biologist in Everglades City, Florida, and I restored 1.2 acres of my property into a registered wetland sanctuary in 2022 under the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service Partnership Program. The marsh habitat attracted 18 breeding pairs of roseate spoonbills, a species listed as threatened under the Florida Endangered Species Act, and my land became an official monitoring site with federal protection status and $52,000 in restoration grants. HOA President Denise Carter sent me complaints in March 2024 claiming the birds were noisy, unsightly, and created unsanitary conditions with droppings on nearby cars. I explained the federal protection status and showed her my wildlife sanctuary certification. But Denise called the birds a nuisance and demanded I drain the wetland and remove all standing water within 45 days, or face $2,500 weekly fines. On April 18th at 5 a.m., I woke to a high-pitched screeching sound, and when I investigated, I found 4 industrial ultrasonic bird deterrent speakers mounted on poles surrounding my wetland, all pointed directly at the nesting areas. The devices emitted 110 decibel pulses every 30 seconds, and by noon, every single spoonbill had abandoned their nests, including 34 eggs that were left to die in the heat. I called the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service immediately, and federal agents arrived within 3 hours because disturbing threatened species nesting sites is a federal crime under the Migratory Bird Treaty Act. Investigation revealed Denise had paid $6,800 to install the speakers, and had documented her intent in HOA board meeting, minutes where she wrote that she wanted to make the property uninhabitable for wildlife. Federal prosecutors charged Denise with knowingly harassing endangered species and destruction of a federal wildlife sanctuary. She was convicted and sentenced to 2 years in federal prison, plus 3 years supervised release, ordered to pay $156,000 in restitution covering habitat restoration and replacement of lost breeding population, and permanently banned from living within 5 miles of any protected wildlife area. The HOA was fined $89,000 by USFWS, lost their liability insurance, and dissolved after the judgment. I received additional federal grants totaling $73,000 to expand the sanctuary, and new spoonbill pairs returned in 2025. Denise's property sold at auction to cover restitution, and Florida upgraded penalties for HOA interference with protected habitats. Should destroying endangered species habitat be a felony? Comment your opinion below.